Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the Media Goose channel. It is I, the Media Goose, RJG, Ryan James Gorman, and the goose is loose, baby! Hey! And I am coming at you today, the day after round one of the NFL draft. I got my Giants hat. I got the Eli Manning jersey. I was wearing my Tiki Barber jersey yesterday, trying to manifest Jeremiah Love to New York. But I got it right on my mock draft that the Arizona Cardinals would take him third overall. Honestly, I was kind of relieved. As much as I love Jeremiah Love, I wanted better value positionally, I'll say. As much as I think Jeremiah Love would have helped Jackson Dart, I way prefer how the picks ended up going for us. So, with the 5th overall pick, the New York Giants selected Arvell Reese. Woo! I am pumped. Arvell Reese, to me, was a top 3 player in the draft at worst, if not the best player in the draft. To me, it was him, Jeremiah Love, and Caleb Downs. Those are my top 3 players, and I never talked about Arvell Reese to the Giants because I assumed he was a top 3 lock. I assumed the Jets were going to take him, and if not the Jets, I assumed the Cardinals were going to be thrilled to take him. And if not them, the Titans, because it's Robert Saleh, and he likes versatile linebackers. I was so shocked that Arvell Reese was on the board. And I think a lot of Giants fans are confused right now talking about, why are we taking another pass rusher? He's not a pass rusher. He's the best linebacker in the draft. He's a better linebacker than Sonny Styles right now. All of this stuff about him being an edge rusher, in my opinion, was to try to improve the likelihood he went second overall. Because the Jets clearly wanted a pass rusher second, and Arvell Reese didn't get to show as much of the pass rushing side of things as like Micah Parsons or even Abdul Carter. So he started presenting himself only as a pass rusher, in my opinion, to improve the odds of going second overall. Because money. He would have got a bigger deal if he went second overall. But if you go back and watch his tape, he was a dominant inside linebacker. He is excellent against the run. Excellent. And the Giants were awful against the run, and they traded Dexter Lawrence, so they're going to be worse. Adding Arvell Reese, it feels unreal. Like, I genuinely can't believe this is happening. I think he has a chance to be a Pro Bowler in year one. He's going to start right next to Tremaine Edmonds at the weak side linebacker, where Tremaine will play middle linebacker. And John Harbaugh mentioned that he will also rush. And to me, they wouldn't have taken Arvell Reese if they didn't have a plan. And when asked if they were going to trade Kayvon because of this, Harbaugh was like, no, what? No, not at all. So I don't think they see them as the same position. Because they're not. Kayvon is a true pass rusher. He doesn't have the coverage versatility. He's decent against the run, and last year, before his injury started, he was showing some good development rushing from the inside as well. So I think that the most likely setup for the defense is going to be Burns and Carter on the outside with Darius Alexander, our third-round pick last year. And I think we're going to sign Shelby Harris. We met with him last week. They're going to bring in 1 or 2 veteran defensive tackles to split time with Darius Alexander and Roy Robertson Harris. That will be the line. And then we'll have Tremaine Edmonds and Arvell Reese in the middle at linebacker. And I feel like Arvell, I was listening to Justin Pennick, another Giants coverage guy, and he was saying, like, Arvell should be the one allowed to play aggressive and fast and crazy, where Tremaine Edmonds is going to be the green dot, the guy calling the defense, calling audibles, calling out reads as he sees them. And Arvell Reese should just be allowed to be like the wild card of the defense. He's crazy athletic. He's excellent against the run. And I think he can be a guy where early in his career, he's going to have so much versatility in the way that he's used. But if Kayvon doesn't get renewed and he's gone after next year, if Brian Burns maybe gets traded because he's getting older or his production falls off, I think both of the first-round picks of the Giants have the advantage of they're starting in one position but have the versatility to play another later in their career. I do think another thing, Arvell Reese is 20 years old. 20. He'll be 21 by the time the season starts. That is so young. So by the time he's 23, maybe he has developed into a pass rusher, and maybe you have 2 top 10 pass rushers in Arvell Reese and Abdul Carter. So I am thrilled with the Arvell Reese pick. I mentioned enough in my mocks that he was arguably the best player in the draft. Back-to-back years, in my opinion, the Giants have got gold jacket potential defensive players in Abdul Carter and Arvell Reese. So I could not be more excited. And then, with the 10th overall pick, the New York Giants selected Francis Mauigoa. CC Mauigoa is what Joe Shane called him. I've heard him referred to that by a few different outlets now, so I'm just going to call him CC. This guy was the most commonly top-ranked offensive lineman in the draft. I mentioned that I liked Vega a little bit more, but I do think that Mauigoa has the flexibility where they mentioned he's coming in and playing guard. He is the starting right guard of this offensive line. And I think that in 2 or 3 years, when Jermaine either retires or they cut him because the last year of his contract is like, anytime a player signs a contract, the last year is like voidable because there's no guaranteed money left. So that could only be a 2-year deal, where year 3, Francis Mauigoa kicks back out to right tackle. Bottom line, this dude's a big, nasty mauler. He is just a badass of a player. Sign me up for a Pacific Island player, like Hawaiian or Samoan or like of that culture. These dudes are tough sons of bitches. I feel like, and what he said on the stage at the draft, they were like, what do you have to say to Jackson Dart? He goes, man, I'll die for this shit. Sign me up. I'm in. That's all I needed to hear. This is a draft that will completely solidify the identity of John Harbaugh's New York Giants. This is going to be a physical, nasty team. Francis Mauigoa at right guard. I wrote out all of the new lineups after the draft. So our offensive line is going to be Andrew Thomas, John Runyon, JMS, Mauigoa, and Illuminor. Illuminor played like a top 10 right tackle. Andrew Thomas is a top 3 to 5 left tackle in the league. I think Mauigoa, coming in, he profiles as such a guard with just all of his nastiness and his incredibly aggressive play style. And then over on the defensive side of things, like I said, putting Tremaine and Arvell in the middle of that really athletic defense. I still like Holland and Newbin at the safety positions a lot. And having those two, I think Newbin and Holland were two of the players I was most let down by last year in terms of the way they were utilized. I really hope this emphasis on the front seven gives them more freedom to be playmakers, because I think they're both really talented, and last year's defense just really didn't take advantage of their skill sets at all. So with these two picks alone, I am incredibly excited. And now we have the fifth pick of the night tonight, 33, 34, 35, 36. Yeah, the fifth pick, 37. And there are some first round talents left on the board. There's Denzel Boston. There's Caden McDonald. There's Jermod McCoy, Avion Terrell. There are a lot of guys left where the Giants are going to be walking away with another highly talented player at the top of this second round. And I just love that I can feel the Giants' identity being developed in the first two rounds. Like I mentioned earlier, there are some veteran signings coming as well. I think Odell will be in. That's why I'm not that worried about going wide receiver. I know some Giants fans are anti-Odell. Man, I guarantee you Odell Beckham is better than Darius Slayton right now. I would almost be willing to bet money he'll give Darnell Mooney a run for his money. But Darnell Mooney is also somebody being slept on as a sneaky pickup by the Giants. Matt Nagy had him in one of his best years in Chicago. So I think the Giants, they have Isaiah Likely and Theo Johnson. I think Likely will be in the slot a lot, so him and Theo will be on the field. Tyrone Tracy and Scat are good in the backfield. I am just so excited after that first round of the draft. Coming out of drafts previously nervous, it's a shitty feeling. There are some reaches in the first round of the draft. I'm going to record my first round full reactions after this video, but I had to get out how excited I am about this New York Giants draft. Arvell Reese, in my opinion, is going to be an absolute monster. And Francis Mauigoa as well. I think he is so damn good. And just adding a versatile piece who has potential to replace a guy long term at both positions, essentially. This is an A+. The Giants knocked it out of the park. John Harbaugh knocked it out of the park. I am a proud Giants fan today. It is not a hard day to be rocking the big blue. I got my Eli on. I got my banner in the back. It is a good time to be a fan of the New York Giants. So guys, let me know what you thought of the draft for the New York Giants. Are you as excited as I am? Who do you want to see us take in round 2? A sneaky name who wasn't in the names I just mentioned. Christian Miller. I think we need to commit to our run defense, and Christian Miller or Caden McDonald would be my preferred picks today. So guys, I will see you with my full review of round 1 of the NFL draft. Thank you for hanging out, and let's go Big Blue. The Goose is out. Hey!